That was a horrible sequel to a great movie. One of those that happen every so often.
Yeah, unfortunately.
It's like, oh, God. I was watching Jaws, the other night. I ain't seen it in a while. It's one of those movies I go to sleep to. One of the 5 movies that I go to sleep to. And then Jaws 2 comes on after it, and then 3D. And you just realize how that franchise just went right down the crapper. Oh, my God. The first one, fantastic. Filmed amazingly, and just the characters, everything was great. And the second one's like, you could get through it, but that whole 70s dry look from Gillette hippie kid look really kind of, isn't that timeless. And then anyone after that is horrific.
What else are they supposed to do with the shark, though, really, if you think about it? The shark in the water.
Jaws,
there's not much, not much you really could do with that.
No.
The second movie was kind of worth it. It's kind of like when you find a new band, like you hear a song on the radio, and you're like, wow, that is a really cool song, and then you buy the CD, and you're just trying to find that second song you like.
Yeah.
Kind of like, that's the Jaws franchise. But then you're hanging in there with this band, and you realize, wow, they were just a one-hit wonder. What was I thinking?
Yep.
What was I thinking?
They, in 2, I just couldn't get past the fact that, listen to Chief Brody. Would you listen to him? The stupid mayor again.
What does he do to the mayor this time?
Chief, everything isn't a shark attack. Sorry, a killer whale washes up with big shark bites taken out of it. That could be anything, a boat propeller.
Right.
Stupid mayor.
But doesn't the mayor remember last summer?
Remember when it was a shark?
And a little boy was eaten alive in front of his mom and dad, you dope.
There was we caught and killed a large predator that supposedly injured a few bathers. I love how he underscored that people were chewed up, bitten in half. Right. Little kitten or boy swallowed whole. Little Chrissy was found just her hand and her head.
Right.
A few bathers were possibly injured.
Yeah.
Bathers.
Bathers. But it's a beautiful day in Amity. Amity does mean friendship. He's wearing his dumb anchor suit. That stupid anchor suit. I love it. I want one. With his anchors.
Why didn't the people demand that he step down from his post?
Oh.
You're not
mayor.
You're not doing a good job. People are being eaten alive by a
mayor,
shark.
You stink.
Right. I think we need a new guy in here to figure this out.
How awful was his opponent that he couldn't unseat that mayor? What was his opponent's campaign strategy, a platform? Yes, right. I intend to have more residents eaten by sharks
than my opponent did.
I promise to only have your legs bitten off. Ooh.
Yeah, he won again.
Unbelievable. Yeah, that was sort of a problem, sir.
Those young hoodlums hung up by their Buster Browns.
Yeah.
Who did he run against, that mayor? Marion Barry? Stinks.
His anchor suit was so great. Why don't you go in the water? He's telling the people to get in the water. They're horrified to get in there. He just wants to have a big 4th of July.
Why did that old couple go in the water? First of all, they were too old to have kids to begin with.
Yeah, they had the little kids on the raft. It might have been grandkids or something.
And then the mayor, forces that old couple to go in the water. Couldn't that old couple go, F you, I've been living here for 40 years. Why do I have to go in the water?
I don't know.
What kind of power did he have over that old couple? He probably had, some nasty, naughty shots of that guy or something.
Increase their taxes or something.
Right.
Some stupid mayor thing. That scene is good because they push the kids out and the woman's just kind of looking around like, oh, Jesus, what the hell's out there? But my favorite part in Jaws is when there's that panic to leave the water because the kids with the little cardboard fin are out there, and everyone's running, and there's that one woman who just has no survival instinct whatsoever. She's standing in the water holding her kid, just going, ah! Just screaming, not moving at all.
Yeah.
No survival instinct ever.
Safety is 20 feet away.
Yeah.
In the form of sand that you can stand on. But she's going to stay in the water.
Right. Get your name in the National Geographic.
And the one scene that was so bad is when, like, in the background, like, you see all the shark is just eating people, and the mayor is on the beach by the water facing the people on the beach, and he's just kind of, he's doing the buffalo shuffle.
Jimmy.
Tired.
Oh, man.
How ridiculous would that look? All right, Mayor, cue the mayor. Do the buffalo shuffle. All right, and the blood in the water.
Yeah, there's arms getting spit out. The shark's like just popping heads off. He's facing people. I didn't sleep last night.
Get mad water.